Eala to warm up in Auckland. Kuang tourneys for Australian Open debut. Manila, Philippines. Filipino tennis ace Alexandra Eala will play in a tournament in Auckland, New Zealand and Kuang, Australia as warm-up for her Australian Open debut. The 20-year-old Eala will see action first at the ASB Classic, formerly known as Auckland Open, set from January 5th to 11th. World number 53 Eala is seeded 4th in this 250-tier tournament. Eala's familiar foes like Janice Jan of Indonesia, Punna Advidi of Hungary, and Katie Boulder of Great Britain are out to compete in the tournament too. World number 56 Jen is seeded 5th, number 91 Advidi 21st, and number 106 Bolter a wild card. World number 18 Elena Svitolina of Ukraine is the top seed of the competition. Right after Auckland, Eala will swing to the Kuang Classic in Australia from January 13th to 15th. Playing in an exhibition format, Eala joins a pool of players including world number 69 Dana Vekic of Croatia, number 98 Priscilla Hahn of Australia, and former 7-time WTA champ Daniela Hantuchova of Slovakia. Before 2025 ends, Eala will also compete in another exhibition tourney at the Macau Masters in China this December 27th and 28th. The tournament serves as the final competition for Eala in 2025, highlighted by her breakout season in the WTA and a gold medal at the just-concluded 33rd Southeast Asian Games in Thailand. Eala ended the Philippines' 26-year gold drought in women's singles tennis play and became the third overall Filipino champ in the biennial meet after Pia Tamayo at the 1981 Manila Games and Maricris Fernandez-Gentz at the 1999 Bandar Seri Begawan edition. The Australian summer has a way of revealing things. It reveals grit beneath sunshine, patience beneath heat, and ambition beneath the easy blue of the sky. For Eala, the warm-up tournaments in Auckland and Kuang are not just stops on a calendar, they are thresholds. Each match, each practice session, each quiet walk off court feels like a sentence being written in a story that has been waiting to be told. At 18, Eala arrives in the Southern Hemisphere carrying more than rackets and bags. She carries expectation, not the loud kind, but the steady hum that follows a young player who has already learned how to win and how to wait. Junior Grand Slam champion, trailblazer from the Philippines, student of the game. Now, on the brink of her Australian Open debut, she steps into Auckland and Kuang as both apprentice and contender. Auckland, learning the rhythm of the tour. Auckland greets players gently, but firmly. The air is salt-touched, the court's quick enough to reward boldness and honest enough to punish hesitation. For Eala, this is a classroom without walls. Her warm-up begins early, footwork drills before the stands fill, ground strokes echoing across near-empty courts. There is something deliberate about the way she hits, especially off the backhand wing. It is not flashy for its own sake. It is built, brick by brick, from years of repetition and trust in fundamentals. In Auckland, the draw is less important than the feeling. How does the ball jump under the sun? How does the body respond after long rallies in humid conditions? How does it feel to close out a tight set against a player who has been here many times before? Every answer matters. Matches here test her adaptability. A heavier ball one day, swirling wind the next. She learns when to step inside the baseline and when to defend with patience. She learns that professional tennis is not about playing perfect points, but about managing imperfect ones better than the opponent. Between matches, there are quiet moments, ice baths, recovery sessions, notes scribbled with her team. These moments do not make highlight reels, but they are where confidence is assembled. By the time Auckland winds down, Eala leaves with more than match reps. She leaves with rhythm. Kuang, tradition meets intention. If Auckland is about rhythm, Kuang is about meaning. The Kuang Classic carries echoes of champions warming up before history, of grass courts that have felt greatness underfoot. Even on hard courts now, the place hums with tradition. For a debutante like Eala, Kuang is not intimidating, it is clarifying. Here, she plays with a little more freedom. Exhibition matches remove the weight of rankings and points, replacing them with something subtler, self-expression. The crowd is close, attentive, knowledgeable. They applaud timing, courage, creativity. They notice when a young player takes the ball early, when she changes direction down the line, when she dares to finish at the net. Eala thrives in this space. Her game, left-handed angles, early ball striking, intelligent patterns, feels suited to Kuang's conversational style. Points unfold like chess moves rather than fistfights. She experiments with variety, with drop shots and spins, testing how her instincts translate against seasoned opponents. More importantly, Kuang offers perspective. Standing on the same grounds where legends once tuned their games reminds her that everyone starts somewhere. Every debut, no matter how celebrated in hindsight, was once just a first step. The inner match. What the scorelines don't show is the inner match being played. For Eala, the transition from promise to presence is ongoing. Junior success opens doors, but it does not walk through them for you. These warm-up tournaments are where she learns to own her space, to believe that she belongs not because of past titles, but because of present work. There are nerves, of course. There always are. But they come paired with something stronger, preparation. The kind that turns nerves into alertness rather than fear. She listens carefully during coaching talks, asks questions, reflects honestly. What patterns broke down under pressure? Where did her serve hold firm? How did she respond after losing momentum? These reflections shape her far more than any single win or loss. Carrying a nation quietly, Eala has long understood that she represents more than herself. Tennis fans from the Philippines follow her journey closely, seeing in her progress a widening horizon. Yet she carries this responsibility lightly. In Auckland and Kuang, she is not trying to be a symbol. She is trying to be a better player today than yesterday. That humility is part of her strength. It keeps the focus where it belongs, on footwork, on recovery, on choosing the right shot at 30 all. Grand narratives can wait. The Australian Open will take care of those. Melbourne beckons. As the Australian Open approaches, the pieces begin to align. The timing sharpened in Auckland. The confidence nurtured in Kuang. The belief forged in quiet moments away from the crowd. When Eala finally steps onto the Melbourne Park courts, she will do so not as a hopeful junior, but as a young professional who has paid attention to every detail along the way. Her debut will not be the end of a journey, nor even its beginning. It will be a continuation, a page turned, not a story concluded. Australian summers are honest. They test resolve, reward courage, and expose readiness. In Auckland and Kuang, Eala does not rush to prove anything. She listens, learns, and prepares.